celebrate our 29th anniversary next month, and she probably called me a lot of other things. But one of the things that I looked at when I started thinking in terms of this shovel-ready projects that we're hearing out there, if all we do in the next several years ahead is complete shovel-ready projects, and we really don't look at the skills that are necessary for us to compete in the global market, then we could perhaps at some point really build the ultimate road or bridge to nowhere. And so as I began to look at the shovel, if you're actually going to use the shovel for its intended other than just a prop and turn it into the digging position, it reminded me of two words: personal responsibility. It just doesn't dig a hole or clear a mess on its own. You have to take some initiative to get things moving forward. And that's some of the things I'd like to ask you to consider today. In light of the personal responsibility message, are you, like me, really a shovel-ready project? I shared with you last year a quote that we kind of found as a seminal quote as we began to look at 1KC wired, and that's the old luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And as I begin to think of where we are today, we're at a similar crossroads to where we were several years ago when we submitted our proposal for the wired grant. We're also no different in many cases than those of us, or those who've gone before us rather, throughout history and the times that we face. We're facing obviously some pretty tough times. That's an understatement. In fact, when I first talked to Tom about this, I said, you know, I could probably come up with a lot of trends and facts and figures on some of the things we're facing today, but rather than serving a chocolate cake for dessert and have to put the Prozac at your tables because it could be pretty depressing. But if you begin to think in terms of this, we're the ones who are now standing in the crossroad. And how we come out the other side of the situations that we're in right now will be determined largely by the response that you and I make individually and collectively. And so as you begin to think about this, I'm also reminded of the old saying that you can't steer a parked car. You know, we have to keep moving and doing some things. There's so many things outside of our control, but indeed there are things that are within our own spheres of influence that can not only make a difference in our lives, but the lives of those around us. Just briefly, we're staying very close to our mission for around 1KC wired, and I think it's more important now than ever that we have a sustained focus on what is necessary for us as a region to be competitive, not across the state line, not with another state, not even within our own continent, but across the globe. What are the skills, the education, the training that are necessary for us to be looking at today to ensure when we get on the other side of this bubble that we are indeed competitive? Because I can guarantee you, having traveled this last year around the world, there are a number of other countries that are asking the same question. And if we don't begin to